Hello everyone, welcome to John Math Classroom. In this video, I'm going to discuss the example for limits. So kindly refers to the question. Here we have evaluate the situation. So given the limits, where we have limits when x approaching 2 for the function x to the power 4 minus 16 over x minus 2. So normally what we will do, we will substitute the value 2 into the function. So if we substitute the value 2 into the function, where we have 2 to the power 4 is equals to 16. Minus with the 16 and we will have 0 for the numerator. And same goes to the denominator. If we substitute the value 2 and we will obtain 0 as well. So for this case, we can consider as indeterminate form. So for this case, what we can do is to factorize, multiply with the conjugate or long division. So for this question, my suggestion is factorize the situation. So kindly observe the situation. Here we have x to the power 4 minus 16. By referring to the formula, so here we have limits when x approaching 2. Kindly observe x to the power 4 minus 16. If we factorize the situation, and we will have x squared minus 4 multiplied with x squared plus with the 4 over x minus 2. Next, focus on this part. Here we can make use of the formula. Again, factorize the situation. So we will have limits when x approaching 2. So x squared minus 4, we can factorize the situation with x minus 2 multiply with x plus 2. Multiply with x squared plus 4 over x minus 2. And we notice that we have the same element where we have the common factor. So we can simplify the situation and then rewrite the situation. So limits when x approaching 2 for the situation x plus with the 2 multiply with x squared plus with the 4. Kindly substitute the value 2. So in here we will have 4. Next we will have 4 plus with the 4, so we will have 8. So if we multiply and we will have the situation limits when x approaching 2 for the situation x to the power 4 minus 16 over x minus 2. And we will have the value which is approaching 32. Next, move on with the second part. Again, we have the limits. Evaluate for the b. Limits when x approaching the positive infinity for the function. Here we have square root of x plus 1 minus with the square root of x over the square root of x. So my suggestion would be kindly split the situation. So here we will have limit when x approaching positive infinity, where we have square root of x plus 1 over square root of x minus, here we have square root of x over square root of x. So kindly make use of the properties of SUT, where we can combine the situation square root of p over square root of q, which is equals to square root of p over q. So make use of the properties. So limits when x approaching positive infinity. So here we will have the square root of x plus with the 1 over x minus 1. Continue with the situation. So in here again, split the situation. So we will have square root of x over x plus with 1 over x minus 1. Simplify the situation. So again, we will have square root of 1 plus with 1 over x minus with the 1. So do remember to write down the limit. Next is to substitute the situation. So as a reminder, where we have 1 over infinity, the answer will be equals to 0. So for this case, if we substitute the infinity, so we will obtain square root of 1. Because 1 over x, or we can say 1 over infinity, we will obtain 0. So for this part, we will have square root of 1 minus with the 1. So finally, limits when x approaching positive infinity for the function square root of x plus 1 minus the square root of x over square root of x, and the value of y will be approaching 0. So here we are, and thanks for watching.